Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. It's Sunday. You know what that means. Of course, it means we're here continuing the journey of Ben 10 Omniverse. This is Season 5, Episode 10, of course, when I know the title until I get into the episode. I cannot express enough how insane last week episode was to me. Like, I cannot believe they actually pulled something off like that, where we had multiple Bens that were evil, bad, working for Vilgax, including Eon, and then Vilgax destroyed the entirety of the multiverse, essentially, except for this one Earth, because we've been following at the start of the episode last week an Omnitrix-less Ben who had never interacted with an Omnitrix. And then we had, of course, Professor Paradox. We had the explanation of the multiverse and the timeline splits and everything, and how every universe except for this one has had Ben Tennyson within that universe, like his life sort of entwined in some sort of way with the Omnitrix. And that doesn't always mean he gets it, because Gwen had an Omnitrix, one that came out of that portal, which was freaking awesome. Love that. We had Ben 10,000, who became a version like Atomic X, which is insane. Like, we saw like a merged amalgamation alien. And then we also had Ben 23, who we had seen a couple seasons back. It's just insane the amount of stuff they were pulling off. And now everything's gone. And then Paradox hit at the end, and I'm trying to still wrap my head around this. We're going back to the beginning. What does that mean exactly? What does it mean we're going back to the beginning? Like, does that mean that we're going back to when Ben first gets the Omnitrix? Are we going back before Vilgax is even born? Like, what do we mean beginning? Like, the true beginning of everything? Like, what does that mean, right? Like, I have no clue. Because now our Omnitrix-less Ben now has the Omnitrix from our Ben that, I don't think it was outright said, but I'm 99.9% sure the Ben we were following that was helping the Omnitrix-less Ben, that was Ben that we've been following throughout the shows and everything. So his Omnitrix, like, as he was being absorbed away by the freaking blast that was destroying everything, like Christ on Infinite Earth, destroying everything in its path, like all Bens and all that kind of stuff, the Omnitrix, like, landed on the Omnitrix-less Ben. So now he's the only one left. So what's the plan? What are they going to do? I have no idea. So I'm excited. I can't wait to dive into it to see what they do with this episode, guys. It's also the Season 5 finale, and then after this episode, we only have 30 more episodes of Omniverse, and the show's done. And this is it. The only thing that's remaining is, like, a Ben 10 reboot, which has a lot of stuff involved in that, which we're still trying to figure out if I actually would have covered that or not. Who knows? I know a lot of you guys are saying don't. And there's also, like, fan stuff that's been made and everything, and there's stuff that I could easily continue checking out once I'm done with Omniverse that's been out there that you guys want you want me to check out. It's just I have to wait to get through Omniverse to check out because of spoilers. So, anyways, I'm rambling at this point. I can't wait to dive into this episode, guys. I've been patiently waiting to get into this episode. Let's get into now. Let's check it out. Let's go.
No way.
What?
Spaceship in space.
Oh, yeah. Then there was Ben. Ooh.
Near the beginning of the Ben Prime timeline. The trunk of the Ben Tennyson tree from which all other Ben... Make sure Ben Prime discovers the Omnitrix as he should.
Wait,
And
what?
Where? All right. Time to take this thing for a test drive.
Careful, careful.
Vilgax is gonna wish he'd never been born. Let's kick a few butts.
Gray matter.
Actually,
Alright.
most of the Galvan species are known as technological...
I hope I know what I'm doing.
I don't know if you... I mean, you might know, yeah. Oh my god.
I want the Omnitrix.
Omnitrix. Oh my god. Oh shit.
Not to worry. It will not land near Ben Prime unless something is done to change its course.
Okay. Wait a minute.
It's gonna be the worst vacation ever.
This is insane. Wait, yeah, because it turns.
Shooting star.
Oh my god, this is insane! They were there this whole time?
Huh?
This is fucking crazy!
Looks like a...
Are you kidding? He's the reason why he fell. Oh my god, this is so fucking... This is so much.
Get off me! Get off!
This is insane that the Omnitrix-less Ben caused all this. He's going heat blast. Come on. And I just rewatched the first episode.
What do I need to do?
Protect
What is
and
he?
gather the good use.
This cross-time travel stuff gives me a mega headache.
I don't blame you. He's causing the forest fire. Oh. Not your problem.
Strange as it may seem, this is supposed to happen.
Campsite from the worst summer ever.
Mm-hmm.
So we're after who? Another 10-year-old me with an Omnitrix?
Gwen.
How
Gwen.
come this Ben isn't wearing the Omnitrix?
Gwen is accelerating. Oh my god. I'm loving this so much.
Don't know.
Hello.
Just as new to this as you.
Who are you?
I'm Ben.
You kind of look familiar.
Yes.
It's me.
Allow me to explain.
Please explain.
Gwen got it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you
I
snooze,
love
you
it.
lose.
Am I the only Ben who never even saw an Omnitrix?
That was pretty easy. Got Gwen. Okay.
Bellwood?
Ben 23.
Seems different
Yep.
somehow. Bullies beware. Ben
23.
23 is everywhere?
Wait, have you seen this before? This design?
That's Vilgax?
Well,
That's
no,
Eon.
that's Eon.
No, technically, it's me. I mean, we have to help that Ben.
Yeah, we gotta get him.
If
Come
Eon
on.
sees other alien heroes hating this Ben,
Peekaboo. The eye references.
I know you far better than you realize.
Oh.
Everybody knows me.
Everybody knows. Well,
This is too great.
dude.
Hey, is that you?
Yes, but
Yeah,
I'm
well-
not the Ben you think I am.
Interesting.
I'm the Ben without an Omnitrix.
But now you do.
This isn't
What?
my Omnitrix.
No.
It's Ben's.
Nice shield. Oh. Big bug.
This bed's proving to be a major pest.
It's gross. Okay, so now we have them. We need Ben 10,000, right? What? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Please leave. No, 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 no.
Let me guess. Some kind of cross-time doomsday threat that only wearers
Yeah.
of the Omnitrix can stop. Who's this? Clockwork.
Yeah, Clockwork.
He's got time powers. Speed up, slow down.
Eon and Vilgax suspect anything. They may
Yeah,
change their
don't.
plans.
Exactly.
Understood. Let me tell my son. Kenny, sit tight. I have to run an errand.
And that's our Ben, right?
Listen, Benz.
And Gwen. And Gwen.
Don't be disoriented by the fact that the bad guys have a face you know.
if Vilgax is successful, then all
Then-
is lost for the
yep.
multiverse.
For good. Why was he left behind?
I can't believe they forgot me. Guess I'd just get in the way.
Meeting your counterpart Ben's was one thing. Arriving along with them would have
Yeah.
hopelessly garbled your timeline.
Run from me.
Run from her.
Your life, Ben
Back to here.
Tennyson.
Stay back.
Oh.
How thoughtful. You kept an Omnitrix for me, so now you think you are a hero.
I know I am. It's hero time!
It's arrow time. Let's do it. Oh shit. Bring them all back. Yep.
Paradox was right. Once I transformed, I could see the sort of pro effect.
Oh, now they're fighting. Ooh. Gwen, yes.
Thanks, guys!
Cousin
Watch it, monster face!
Monster face.
Vomit Man.
Vomit man. Oh my god.
Time for you guys to go!
Wow.
Whatever.
What did he do?
Tennyson's.
Tennyson's. Ooh. Dude, the music. Oh my god, yes.
This one's yours.
Nice. Oh, I love it. Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh my god. The teamwork, man. Oh, and we're not done.
You've earned it.
You've earned it.
We're done.
We're
I'll
done.
Take the alternate Bens back to their own realities.
Aw.
Not bad for a doofus.
Smell you later, Gwen. Thanks for letting me borrow your Omnitrix. It was a blast being a full-time hero. You did our name proud.
Holy crap.
Wait, what are you gonna do with him?
Wait, what?
I wanted to tell you, believe me, but there are protocols.
So you want to tell him this whole time.
You mean you've been this totally awesome space secret agent this whole time and
And there you guys have it, the season 5 finale of Ben 10 Omniverse, and this episode crushed it. It was so good. I will say though, and obviously I'll get to my thoughts on this episode, I think I still prefer last week's episode. Like, in terms of if I had to pick which one's my personal favorite of the two, even though I just finished this one, like literally not even 30 seconds ago, I still think I prefer last week's episode. But this one still was great. I love the fact that it is so mind-blowing that they reveal that it was the Omnitrix-less Ben who is now using that Omnitrix that he got from Earth Prime Ben. He went back in time to the original, when he said the beginning, I was like, are we going back to when Ben gets the Omnitrix? Like, what are we doing here? And that's exactly what they did. Paradox took that Ben back and was on the ship of Vilgax, and he was the one who helped Ben get the Omnitrix. And it's so weird because literally only a few weeks ago on the channel, I'll link it in the description for you guys, my wife watched for the very first time the very first episode, the pilot, the very first episode of Ben 10 Classic, just to see what she thought about it. And I remember, and I've always thought about this, when the watch is coming down and it veers towards Ben, I thought it was because of his DNA. It sensed his DNA. No. It turns out that Ben was shot out of a cannon as cannonbolt and deflected. He hit it at an angle and then turned that watch, I guess the case holding the watch, towards Ben, who was walking on that path in the forest. So it was all Omnitrix-less Ben. It was all him is the reason why. We didn't see Xylene, of course, but we saw the ship that she was flying, and of course the destruction. So we saw certain elements, and we saw the destruction that actually occurred because of that caused Vilgax to get into the actual like stasis or whatever, like the pod where he was basically rejuvenating or basically whatever you call it. Like, we saw that take place. We saw the ship explode where Xylene was on, and then we saw where, you know, the Omnitrix was shot out. And it was all because of that Ben being there, because him and Paradox were there, and Paradox was telling him what to do, but not necessarily like telling him exactly what he needs to do, but like, oh, well, this needs to happen. I mean, if we don't do anything, it's actually not going to get to Ben. Because we saw, right after we help this Ben get the Omnitrix, we then go to the campsite where Gwen has it, and she is a version of Accelerate. It was so freaking cool. But see, she was the one who got it. And the way it was worded from Paradox, specifically in last week's episode, that all Bens except for this Ben, now we're now following the Omnitrix-less Ben, all Bens have some sort of connection to the Omnitrix in some sort of way. And so even though Gwen gets it, Ben is still basically a part of the narrative or a part of the journey of the Omnitrix, because Gwen has it and she got it on that trip versus Ben. So it's not so much every single universe Ben Tennyson gets the Omnitrix, it's that Gwen can also get it, or somebody that is connected to Ben somehow, which I'm trying to forget about this part, but we have to mention it. What the fuck? Argent had an Omnitrix. So since Ben, I guess, has some sort of connection to Argent in some sort of way, because I guess of Kevin and all that, that's the connection within that universe, that Argent has an Omnitrix, and so Ben is somehow tied to the Omnitrix in that sense. Ooh. Anyways, that was fucking horrific. I try to forget that out of my fucking head. And it made sense why, after we collected all of the Bens, that our Ben that we're following, not our Ben, but the Omnitrix-less Ben, he's not going with the fight because he wasn't a part of the portal sequence that happened. Everything had to basically happen again in order for Vilgax to win, in order for this Ben, who now has an Omnitrix, to pop up after the fact, clockwork, reverse, and basically reverse the whole entire destruction, and now basically reversing the effects of what Vilgax set forth with that bomb. So that was pretty crazy to see, and we got to see some more action here and there, but not really too much. It was mainly just basically, getting all the Bens back, and then of course our Ben Prime getting the Omnitrix, and then going from there, and them all, and they had 4 of the Bens, including Gwen, so 3 Bens and 1 Gwen teaming up to fight Vilgax at the end. It was pretty cool to see them all work together as different aliens. That was pretty cool to see. It was really damn impressive to see how they were not even thinking or really saying it, but boom, just like working together, figuring out a way to all work together to take out Vilgax and all that. And then it was revealed on the Omnitrix-less Ben's Earth, the Grandpa Max that has 1 arm, the reason why he lost it, and I don't know if I predicted it or said it, but I was like, what if like there's some sort of connection to Vilgax or something, the reason why Max lost his arm, and it was said. I don't know if it's included in the reaction, but I at least wanted to make sure to reference that because he did confirm it. Like, how do you think I lost my arm? And it turns out plumbers do exist on that Earth, on that timeline. It's just that this Ben does not have an Omnitrix. So I'm assuming that Ben's going to become a plumber, and that's how he's going to be able to become a hero to kind of help save the day and all that kind of stuff, and just be a part of, the plumber system, and basically be a hero and do good. So he found his own way. It is interesting, though, there is no Omnitrix whatsoever, and they never really explained on that Earth or in that timeline why there was no Omnitrix. It was just like, this is a random outlier. Like, there's always been an Omnitrix within the timeline somewhere. It just, who ends up getting it is the question. And what timeline exactly, like in terms of like what time period, because literally we saw where Ben 23 is a little bit older, but he still acts younger, and like everything looks different in Bellwood. And they say that again. They re-say it again, because like you see in the original Ben 23 introduction how Bellwood looks different and everything. They show it again, and they make a point to address it, like, oh, is it, are you in the future? So there's other Bens and everything, and there was probably other Ben 10,000s as well they could have picked up as well, but they only went with these ones they introduced in last episode to keep the timeline making sense, because we could have easily, I guess, went to more timelines to find other Bens. So I don't know. And also, too, with the Omnitrix-less Ben using clockwork to reverse the effects of that destruction, because Eon said earlier in this episode when he was fighting against Ben 23 and the whole fake outs they were doing where, Gwen went in as her own version of Diamond Head to kind of make it seem like, oh, it's still Ben 23 and trying to, distract Eon. Eon said that your fate is going to be like the ones that basically disobeyed or didn't go with us. So, like, are all of those Bens that maybe were captured or killed, like, are they okay now? Like, I'm assuming yes. I don't know. Also, one thing to note as well, I wish I would have mentioned this sooner, but Ben 10,000, we saw his son for a few seconds. Didn't say anything, but we saw him, like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, just a little nod to, like, that little nod of something. That was such an insane moment within Classic to see Ben's son within that episode, Ken 10. It was so freaking cool. It was so awesome. So, yes, this episode delivered in terms of seeing this Ben who has never used the Omnitrix before, working with Paradox to help Ben 10 Prime get his Omnitrix and helping course correct the thing. Insane reveal, all of that. And seeing the original design within this artwork, because obviously the artwork style is different than Classic and Omniverse, but they brought back the original look, sort of, for Vilgax for this look here. And the same thing with Ben, even though his hair is a little bit different, it's obviously not the same. But to see all these things that, the Omnitrix-less Ben had to do in order for Ben to fall down and all that kind of stuff and to get the Omnitrix in the first place, it was so cool to see, like, that's what actually caused it. That's what actually helped do it. So just little things like that. And then just seeing him help get everyone back together and the original lineup to go against the other Bens. My only thing I would say, in terms of, I guess, a critique about these 2 episodes, if you will, is I really would like to have seen the other Earths that had the evil Bens. Like, seeing, like, maybe, like, hypothetically, we have maybe part 1, like, say it's like a 3-parter. Part 1 is essentially mostly what happens in last week's episode, and then maybe we have like a part 2 where it's like, okay, we're gonna see from Eon and Vilgax's perspective them forming these new teams, or forming their own like team of evil Bens and going to their Earths and seeing, what kind of, situation these Bens are in and everything, and how, and then we're maybe seeing from their perspectives all the events leading up to how part 1 was going about, and then maybe at the end of part 2 is when you reveal, okay, here's the time bomb or whatever, and it destroys everything, and then part 3 is this. Because I don't know, I would have liked to have seen those evil Bens, or like those Bens that were just siding with Eon and Vilgax. Like, what kind of situations were they in when they were contacted, or basically, you know, confronted by Eon and Vilgax, or maybe specifically it was just Eon, but still, like, I would have liked to have seen some of that too. It would have been pretty interesting. So yeah, these episodes crushed. They freaking delivered, and they gave us some really, really cool shit. And yeah, now we only have 30 more episodes left of Omniverse. It's crazy to say that we're only 30 more episodes away, and we're done with this show. We're done with this franchise, that at least the continuity that started with Ben 10 Classic. And then from there, it's like, okay, well, what do we do next? Like, what's the next thing? And so we'll see what happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this episode. And overall, these 2 episodes as a whole, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I apologize if I forgot to mention something. There was a lot of stuff happened in this episode, of course, last week as well. But yes, these 2 episodes crushed. They really did a really damn good job and showed the capability and the insaneness that this franchise can do. And honestly, I don't think you could have pulled something off like this specifically earlier within the franchise. I mean, I guess you could have, but it definitely wouldn't. I don't think it would be as impactful, because we spent more time with these characters and everything. And obviously these are, you know, alternate versions of characters we know, but still we had to, like, basically give it time. Like, let us really get to know more about this universe, because like with Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, they expanded so much within what this franchise can do. So it makes sense that we had to wait a bit to do something like this, because they could have easily attempted this way early on, but thankfully they did not. Even though they were kind of hinting at it, because they show alternate versions of like Ben 10,000, because that's not really the prime version of Ben 10,000. Later they kind of, you know, did that. And then of course we had the Gwen 10 episode where she gets the Omnitrix instead of Ben, like a what if. So they've been planting the seeds. It's just getting to this level of insanity with crossover-esque type stuff with all these different Bens and a Gwen and everything. It had to take time. They had to build it up, because you had to build up Eon. You knew you had to have a lot of stuff with Vilgax. I mean, it makes sense. This is the next step for Vilgax, in my opinion. This makes total sense. But yeah, because he's teamed up with a lot of different villains before. Might as well be with Eon this time, a version of Ben. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Curious to know your thoughts. Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.